Hey friends, welcome to your reading about who you are. Today we got 3 groups to choose from, 1, 2 and 3. The timestamps are below in the description box for the reading you chose. You can pause the video right here if you feel you need more time to choose which group calls you the most. And I see you at your reading after you've chosen the one that you feel the most drawn to. Ciao ciao, see you soon. Hello group number 1. Welcome to your reading. So, who are you, group number 1? What I'm seeing here, right in the center with new beginnings, beginning your new life, that you are someone who has just recently started a whole new way of life, someone who just built a whole new identity. It looks like from the 8 of Swords here that you were stuck for quite a while in your life. You didn't know who you are, you didn't know what your talents were, you had no idea about your skills and what was your actual identity. But something great happened, might have been something very painful that came into your life. And then you are left as the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you are someone who might have suffered from anxiety for quite a long time. But the gift of this is, as you see the 8 of Swords right here, that even though she's blindfolded and she's bounded, she still got her third eye, which is also the card you got here. You are someone who is highly, highly intuitive, psychic, all those words and terms that we associate with some powerful magical beings. So even though your eyes are blinded, you always had a knowing of who you are, what you were here to do. You always had a knowing that you were more powerful than you were allowed to feel in your history. There was kind of this fiery seed of this phoenix always living inside of you, that you know you are meant to be greater than what other people reflect upon you. Because the only way for a human being to form a mind and form any understanding of our worth and who we are and our value is by reflection of another, is by reflection of our growing environments. And if you were surrounded by, let's say, busy people growing up, you maybe didn't get a clear reflection about who you are, what you can do, and people were too busy to reflect your true beauty onto yourself. I'm seeing the pyramid in front of me glimmering right now. So this was something that you held dear and you held secret in your heart. You were someone who got used to functioning without really not having much to work with, not having much to come from. Not necessarily materially, but also emotionally. Or the ideas or the something that was given to you wasn't sufficient to fulfill your potential and really color all the lines of the beautiful soul that you possess. Here we have Virgo. I analyze. So you might be a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or some other significant placement in Virgo. And this is such a beautiful combination to have. Third eye chakra and Virgo, I analyze, is this highly clear, sharp intellect and mind who can see true things, who can see people's true intentions, who can feel everything like a snake or a bat who feels the vibrations, who is so sensitive to it. Yet you have this perfect balance of the third eye chakra and Virgo coming from the space of feeling bound. Let me read this card to you here. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. So you could be also highly creative. You could be someone who sees these visions, who have these worlds that you live in, who is able to tap into different realities and different dimensions and different worlds. And this is likely you never told it to anyone. It's only now that you're coming out of it. It's only now that you're coming out with your gifts, maybe telling 1 or 2 people, maybe telling a whole bunch of people, going online about it, about who you actually are and what you're capable of perceiving. And these binds here are really unraveling with the flames of the phoenix. This is who you are, group number 1. With the tarot cards, we get the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Wands underneath. Court cards, clarified by the Court cards. Queen of Pentacles is someone who really understands their worth and value. Queen of Pentacles is someone who is highly capable of functioning in the material world, just like Virgo. But Virgo, as a Queen of Pentacles, doesn't function in the material world in a sense that you go and accumulate all kind of luxurious things. It's kind of dwell in your pleasures. It's more about coming here to serve, coming to give your gift, coming to give your talents and do your own part in uplifting humanity. When it's clarified by the King of Wands, the place you are coming from is highly inspired, is highly direct, is someone who really knows their own spirit, really know what they have to offer, what they have to give, who they are. And there is so much charisma that is like, it's so silent. It's very, very silent. Like there is this power that you have, like this 8 of Swords here, that is not something that you need to be yelling out in the world, or that anyone needs to know about it. It's quite enough that you yourself know about it. Are you content with that? I do hope that you share your gifts, because when there is a gift, there is always a receiver. So do not deprive the world by not receiving what you have to give, unless you're not ready. But what I'm saying, there's plenty of people who have the open heart space and the open energy for someone just like you to come and say a sentence to them, maybe a word, maybe a conversation with a stranger, anything like this, that you are able to give to them. 4 of Wands clarified by the 4 of Cups underneath. 4 of Wands is someone who is really, really happy, someone who is content and stable, celebrating, going out in nature gatherings, being with people that you love, being with animals, being with pets that you love. And when it's clarified by the 4 of Cups underneath, this tells me that you have had quite a bit of things coming. The same blue that is in her dress here is in the boy's shirt. And there is a mermaid here who is trying to offer him 1 more cup. And this boy is like, not. I know myself. I've gone through what I've gone through. And now I'm in this point of being able to celebrate who I am, finally being at peace with myself. And having the Virgo card here also tells me that you are willing to serve. You're willing to give your gifts for the service of others. Virgo is the ultimate server, someone who takes care of things, someone who is a healer, someone who is modest and humble, yet very precise and very to the point, just like the King of Wands and Queen of Pentacles right here. Then we have the 7 of Wands clarified by the 5 of Cups. 7 of Wands is someone who is feeling the fight to fight. Look at all these white, beautiful flowers on his wand that he's defending himself with. And he's defending what he finds valuable. He's defending this phoenix that got birthed from the flames of suffering and anguish that you came from. With Virgo is I analyze. The swords are swords of analysis. Swords are weapons, as well as there are some things that we can use to protect ourselves and others and what we hold valuable. And you have a really very sharp mind here. Someone who's able to dissect anything and everything. So use your words carefully, because you are able to wound other people with them. Because you yourself know how it is to be wounded, how it is to be held captive by the words and expectations and limiting labels and definitions that other people put on you. You know how it feels like, so please do not do it to another. And I see you're coming from these flames of suffering, you're coming from these flames that indicate that you don't have a need to place yourself above and other people below so you can feel worthy. Here with the Queen of Pentacles, you know your worth. It is inherent. It's your connection to spirit. It's your connection to passion. Look at the face of this king. He's very, very pleased with himself. He knows exactly what he's doing. As I was saying, the Five of Cups, as it's clarifying the Seven of Wands, these are two cards that are considered negative in a sense, but the Five of Cups coming from, like, yes, I have sorrow, I have lost, I have a history of years of self-pity, I have a history of not knowing my power, being confused, lashing out on others because I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what is my own purpose. So this kind of sadness created by that is now found in his expression right here. That's not the expression of someone who doesn't know themselves. He's not even angrily defending himself. He just knows what he knows, and there is no need to defend, but he will do it. You will do it if it's needed. What a beautiful, beautiful person you are. And as I was saying, with the third eye and the blindfold, this is highly psychic. This is such a beautiful, amazing person who has gone through the fire and the flames and stepped on the coals and danced with the demons and battled a big bad guy himself and came out of it knowing exactly who you are, being able to heal others from the wounds that you experience yourself. I want to take one of these cards for you. You're very, very intuitive. I see that. Very spiritually based. And such a powerhouse of not. There is no need to be praised, because your praise comes straight from the source, comes straight from the God of your conviction. Transformation. Let love transform you forever. As I was saying about the phoenix here and the pearl that is being formed, years and years and years of this anguish and grinding and this uncomfortableness that you knew created this pearl around you, and slowly you begin to realize that things that you thought went wrong in your life, things that you thought weren't supposed to happen to anyone, made you the beautiful being that you are, a pearl amongst people. Silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. Silencing the mind with Virgo, I analyze. It's definitely something to remember, because here is your mind. Here is your mind's ability to make you feel really bad. And at the same time, this is your greatest ability to connect to your inner vision, because your mind has this incredible, direct and sharp tone to it. Let me see if I can find your card, Silencing the Mind. Yes. Silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. As I was saying, You're a person who comes from this inner knowing, almost withdrawn, but not from the sake of fear, from the sake of peace. I am a mirror, I am a mirror. I am not a person of words. I am revealed when your eyes become listening ears. Open the window to your heart and commune with me in silence. As I was saying, your greatness doesn't need to be spoken out. Your greatness doesn't need to be paraded. Your greatness doesn't need to be celebrated with carnivals. It's from the strength of spirit that you have. This is a poem of Rumi. This oracle comes to set you free from uncharitable words and encourage you to silence when you face prejudices and adversity. Exactly those old voices that you used to have to listen to. Let peace surround you. Guard your sanctuary and avoid dwelling on negative thoughts. Instead of a defensive or vengeful response, create a peaceful atmosphere where you can be what you truly are. Listen to your heart. Let the source of life draw you into a nurturing embrace. Dear one, by silencing your mind, you will become more alert and sensitive to your surroundings. This is because a silent mind is devoid of judging, clinging, or rejecting. The silent mind is free from hatred, anger, jealousy, confusion, and conflict. When you are mindful of yourself judging in that moment, the judging will stop. Once you stop judging, you will naturally see things as they are. Eventually, your mind will redirect you towards harmonious living and meaningful relationships with others. Only then does life become exciting, because now you can fully experience each moment in its freshness. You can also see your relationship with others in a totally new light. Mantra. Rather than speaking, turn everything off and listen to the silence. Let it be an inner music that creates your mantra. Feel the calming energy flowing through you and allow it to relax your body and renew your spirit. As we were saying, these are powerful thoughts. You have powerful intellect, you get a powerful mind. Let it not be this prison, which is it not anymore because you're the phoenix rising. Such a beautiful person. I'm so happy that I got to read you. Thank you for listening. I am very honored for this chance to step into your reality for a little bit, to get to know who you are, group number 1. Thank you so much. I have really trust in you. This seems amazing. I'm so happy that I got to read for you. I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading about who you are. Thank you for being here. This is really amazing energy. Let me get into it. In the center of your reading, you get gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. So you're a person who naturally understands the power of positivity and being grateful, and how being grateful actually brings you more things to be grateful of. You see this woman, I want to show it to you closer. An amazing card, and there are 4 little children playing there inside the shell. This is stunning. Being grateful, this is where you naturally dwell. You're a very positive person. You're a very strong, mighty, spiritual being. 7 of Wands here tells me that you are willing to defend what is yours. You're willing to seize all these negative people with their negative attitudes with your own connection to spirit, with your own connection to source. You are this person who doesn't even have a shirt on, who is very exposed, yet fighting a fight that is really not a big deal because he's got the upper hand. He's above the tribulations. He's always, you have this amazing ability to ward off, like water from a duck's back, negativity that is being sent towards you. You have this incredible ability to state your own power and to state your own being. And it's really, really beautiful. Here is the card of empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. And this is where your power lies, and this is the seed and the source and the root of your power is in knowing your connection to spirit and your connection to source. Like whatever comes your way, be it negative or positive, you know that you will be always supported and carried through life through source energy. The words are interchangeable, source, universe, however you want to see it. But I feel this great, deep trust and love that you naturally feel. It is something that people, they get drawn into you from this part of your personality. There is so much to you, but this is definitely a strong part of you. Solar eclipse revolution. Solar eclipses are spaces and places and times when unexpected things happen. That's why magic is not advised to be done during a solar eclipse revolution. Unexpected things come. Like they say, if there's a relationship that breaks during an eclipse time, it was never meant to be because it's not gonna hold and last. Eclipses are times when truths are revealed and unexpected, destined events take place. And this, your deep connection, your deep belief in God, and your deep connection that you may have lost at some point, it often happens, but it's still inherent inside your heart, and you feel it inside mine. This kind of like an obsidian sparkle that forever connects you to the spirit, and you know that you are aware of it. And it's almost like your mission is to revolutionize your surroundings by love. And you may fail and you may fall at times because your feelings are so intense. But take a look at this. I was wondering who is my high priestess pile, because there just had to be a high priestess pile, and it is you, group 2. Here we got the high priestess, the 9 of cups, and the high priest. The high priestess and the high priest, when they come together, it means that the spiritual power that is upheld all the time, everywhere throughout the cosmos, is manifest in the energy level and in the worldly travel to the high priest within and through you. So this masculine and feminine side of the same higher knowledge, and it is even united in the middle by 9 of cups, which is of wish fulfillment, which is all that we want to have in this life, which you have because you're so deeply grateful. So these energies, the stages keep coming to you, like the way roots, the way they take nutrients and water from the soil to grow and produce and expand, is the way you relate to the world. We have this incredible, incredible combination of energies here. The High Priestess is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So this is hard work. It's not that you were born as a baby Jesus with all this light. You worked for this. You really did your research. You worked on yourself. You cleansed yourself. You did energy work on yourself. You went on and on in this long journey, and the more you went on, the more grateful you got to be, the more support you realized that you had along the way. 9 of Swords clarifies the 9 of Cups. 2 nines, 2 endings. It tells me that you're an old soul, that you are someone who is very mature for their age. Probably there was some sense of not fitting in when you were younger, because you just didn't want to partake in these petty arguments and this kind of pettiness, and maybe you went into it, but it never really felt like your own domain. Because the Nine of Swords is someone who can't sleep because they are worried about some words and arguments that were had. And someone who is, in this one, she doesn't look too worried. She's just laying there, unable to sleep. And there's a moon behind her window. But your wish fulfillment and your understanding of the preciousness of life may have come through a period of anguish. Maybe you were sick with a disease and it really made you realize the preciousness and the beauty and the shortness of a human lifespan. And this is something that you've now formed into these fruits, like I was saying, the fruits on the table, all these things that you are able to harbor and harvest because of your sense of gratitude towards existing and towards God, towards other human beings and society. You may have had to go through a lot of things that you were lacking something for a while, so you could really see its value. This is a soul lesson that you agreed to go through. Knight of Swords is clarifying the High Priest. When the Knight of Swords clarifies the High Priest, it indicates that you are really not afraid to express your knowing in your action, in your way of being. It's not something that you go around preaching and convincing others like the High Priest might otherwise do. But this is more about, it's a lived experience. It's like an energy gridwork pattern around you and within you that creates this amazing reality around you and in your life. Also, the Knight of Swords means that spiritual knowledge might come to you very easily. I'm feeling that, sensing that you have very strong Jupiter. A strong Jupiter would be in the sign of Cancer, Leo, Pisces, Sagittarius, for instance, on the houses 1, 5, and 9. Or maybe perhaps conjunct or aspecting your moon with the 5th or 9th aspect, or another kind of aspect if you use Western aspects. To be born with such level of ability to ward off negativity. If you didn't know you have this ability, just wait and see until the next solar eclipse and you will understand that your powers are greater than you ever knew. I'm sure some of you are aware of it, but I'm feeling that there is a few who actually are pretty much clueless at this point. But this is the power that you have. Group number 2 of who they are. Let's take one. Sufi wisdom. I don't know why I didn't shuffle these in the beginning. It's kind of fun that the oracle cards, they always enforce the message already be given to the readee. What a beautiful person, able to hold life as a precious flower. Make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. What's on the bottom of the deck? It could be that you are so good in your own energy that you sometimes forget that you can exchange it with another person. Determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. It's like the hermit figure there, wandering the galaxy. Maybe that's how you feel, like that you are this person who gets born from star to star, from place to place, from planet to planet. You just wander and go around having different experiences and this earth life has really taught you gratefulness. Just a moment. Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. I struggled and suffered for 40 years, never knowing the remedy I was looking for was in the bottle of the vintage wine. The sweet success I was hoping to find in my fortune was hidden in the curls of the beloved's hair. Hafiz wrote this poem. When the going gets tough, call on your powers of perseverance. No matter how hard it is or how long it takes, be steadfast in what you are doing. Hafiz is sharing how he was able to taste the pleasure of being in the arms of his beloved through persistence. He did so by doing everything with joy and determination. In this way, perseverance turns vinegar into vintage wine. Dear one, listen to the oracle and give up wondering how to find your place in life. Follow your calling, like it is the North Star guiding you in every pursuit of life. As you faithfully pursue your desires, a way will open, and you will be guided to other opportunities and blessings, even beyond your dreams. There are many people who excel in the arts, athletics, music, and speech. Some can achieve success in life, but too many of those gifted and able people do not endure and fail to achieve their potential. In contrast, some less visible men and women work diligently, pursue further, and continue their course of action to become outstanding in their craft. Beloved, now is the time for you to organize and use your time wisely. Pursue the opportunities that can bring blessings to you. If you want to enjoy the journey, be willing to use your leadership skills, as well as the skills and experiences of other people who can help you along the way. Mantra: I am determined to persevere and live my life filled with trust, patience, determination, and tender affections. So be. Exactly, this is the kind of guiding message to someone who manifests a good life so easily. This kind of Jupiterian tendencies that things may come to you a little too easy, and then we just fall back into this lull of drifting and just going in the flow, moving your body in the water that moves you around. As the Seven of Wands here is the perseverance and the determination you had to have to get here. So many things you had to sacrifice. The Eight of Pentacles, so much of your time, your focus, your energy, your years in this strong pursuit of who you really are, which is the Star Wanderer. And the Nine of Swords, the sorrows, and the Knight of Swords, of this rushing into things so you can acquire the knowledge that is needed. Wow, revolution and empowerment. You're a great personality. Anybody would be lucky to know you. So yeah, indeed, make friends. You have so much to share and so much to give and be for other people. Do not hold it in just for yourself because you are good on your own. There are people who would love to hear from you. I hope this reading resonated. Leave a comment if you feel like. And thank you so much for letting me to step into your life for a moment to figure out who is this high spirit person that has crossed my path here. Thank you so much for letting me read to you. This was a pleasure, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello, the people who chose group number 3. Welcome to your reading about who you are. I gotta say, I feel really lucky to get to read to you. This is amazing energy. Once more, the center of your reading, you get good fortune, invite magic in. So you are some kind of a person of the fairies. You are able to commune with the elementals, I feel, if you know it or you don't. You are very, very fortunate. And next to you, you get prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. It seems that you are very prosperous. Maybe the way you made your career or your fortune is something that was rather surprising, or something that not that many people saw coming. With the Grand Cross Provoker here, you get strong energy. You are like a trailblazer. You are someone who comes in, and that's something that nobody else is seeing. That you are able to create a lot of abundance, a lot of magic. Exactly. With the rainbow here, a lot of magic almost out of nowhere. With the Fool here, you can see that you get somebody by your side, or you yourself are also very loyal. The Fool is about to fall off the cliff, just walk off the cliff, with just a little back from this past experiences to a new bright beginning. So the Fool is someone who's very, very trusting, very unique, eccentric, unusual, and unique. So this is who you are, and your good fortune is, maybe you had a lot of lucky strikes. Maybe you were traveling or something and you did something a bit impulsive, and somehow each time and again you get saved and everything is kind of handed for you, is what I'm getting here. And it looks to me, even though you have very intense cards here on the tarot side of the cards, plus the Provoker here, that the lightness of the sky behind the Fool is just this sense of having a light-hearted attitude. Somebody who was born very, very lucky, who was able to avoid a lot of mishaps that maybe some other people fell into, and you were the one who got through where other people fell. Here we got the Three of Swords under the Provoker. It might be that you are kind of a heartbreaker, that you were this kind of a free-spirited type who has a lot of things going for them, materially as well as in who you are, rich in your spirit. And this could be with the Four of Pentacles underneath the Three of Swords, is that other people might feel also a bit brokenhearted because you don't share of your good fortune as much as they would like, because you get your own ideas here with the Page of Cups clarified by the Magician with the Fool here, is that you get your own ideas what is worth investing in, and you are somebody that people may often misunderstand with the Provoker also here. Someone who you kind of like to stir up different reactions from people. They're kind of a bit mischievous. Someone who just goes your own way, who doesn't so much bother in what other people have to say about you, because you know that you got this great prosperity and gratitude with you. It's almost like when this Fool is walking barefoot, like from behind his legs, new growth happens again and again. Every step he takes, there is like a new flower that gets left behind, even if you don't know which one it is or how it is happening. it still is what is going on. So you have a strong sense, like the death here that walks through the village, that you have a very strong presence. When you come into a place, in a room, in a social circle, you leave an imprint, and a strong one at that. With the Knight of Wands clarifying the death, it's like you come, you go, you may break some hearts, but you are on your way to your own good fortune and prosperity. Very fiery energy. And just what like a cautionary thing here would be not to break too many hearts, not to, because other people, they may get attached to you, and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna go forth, I'm just gonna do my thing, I'm just gonna invite my own magic and create my own way. And maybe other people don't like it though, how things seem so easy to you when they struggle and strive, and maybe they go through this grinding thing of the very same thing over and over again, or maybe gets stuck in a relationship for years and years, and you are just someone who seems to be able to move, because there is some sort of purity of heart here with the Page of Cups, as someone who is not coming from a bad place at all, you know. It's just that you're misunderstood, that's the word, by other people often, because you don't share the cultural norms. It's what I'm, okay. Oh, interesting. Without determination, just like another pie. Perseverance leads to fortune, and deal with the unexpected. Both of these are pink. Treat the unforeseen as a divine offering, and that's exactly what I'm talking about with the Fool. The unexpected is your divine offering, and this is how you accumulated your good fortunes here, by using every chance you got to make something out of here. If you go back and rewind your life a little and just go back to every situation that you were in and what you knew happened later, you see that you did leave an imprint. Everywhere where you went, your presence was strong. You contributed a lot with your presence at the time. You surely did. This Page of Cups with the Magician is a very powerful combination. I'm going to read you the Deal with the Unexpected from the booklet. Just a moment. Treat the unforeseen as a divine offering. And this is maybe where this kind of a wild lifestyle has led you, as this superpower of being able to deal basically with any kind of situation, and having La Fortuna on your side here. It's like you know how to make a good celebration. Oh Saturn resurrections, oh boundless providence, you appear in the flames to burn the jungle of thoughts. You come blissfully to free us from shackles, you appear to the destitute as divine providence. Rumi. Exactly. I want to say here in the middle that you are the kind of person, by your free-spiritedness, by the way you do magic, is something that provokes other people, is something that kind of stirs maybe some hatred, anger, and jealousy and envy from other people, because your fierce nature, the one who is always moving forward, kind of rubs on other people's faces how their lives are maybe stagnant, one way or the other. There are times when we are deeply involved in what we are doing, and suddenly something unforeseen happens, and a wrench is thrown into our lives. Many people crumble under this unfamiliar pressure. Rumi is coming to you with a loving heart to gift you the freedom to use unexpected happenings as an offering of grace. He wants you to trust that they pour out as blessings from the benevolent and generous source from which we come. Take the unexpected as a call to master your own fate. When you follow your heart's guidance, your success is inevitable. You learn to respond to whatever comes, just like the flow. The oracle here is to support you in connecting with your inner truth. See and treat the unexpected problem as an opportunity in disguise. Use your initiative to grasp how you can cope under pressure and let it develop your leadership skills. By trying to maintain a positive attitude even in the face of adversity, you will have faith in yourself that you will be ready for things to change at any time. Dear one, life has offered you everything with open hands, with prosperity and good fortune here. Accept the gift and grow into the depth of the alluring mystery that pursues you in every moment of your life. To give up and let go of the path in the face of complications is the result of a lack of faith. Surrendering into the arms of mystery is the remedy you have been chasing through your dreams. Dare to surrender to the ups and downs of life and know that a glory greater than paradise awaits you. Mantra: I remain calm and in control of myself when the unexpected occurs. I know that dealing with the unforeseen is a bliss offered to me as divine providence. And what could be more unforeseen than death, the fool, provoker, and good fortune combined with the magician here? Interesting how the pinkness of the heart, I'm getting that there's so much fire in you that maybe this is also a reminder for you to settle into your heart space also, like here in the Page of Cups. There is so much turmoil with the Death and the Three of Swords, that remember your heart space. Because you're always going, doing, and just kind of being divinely guided and protected. That you might want to also sit down every now and then and enjoy the good fortune that you naturally have and the prosperity that flows towards you effortlessly. Yeah, very powerful, like very fiery here. There is the Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the Death, and there's a lot of fiery sense here. You're very fortunate, very lucky. And you came here into this life to enjoy your own path and be very independent also. That's what I'm seeing for you. I feel there's so much in this group that I just could go on and on about it. But maybe that doesn't make sense. Yeah, what else can I say? Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. Yeah, there is the fool can sometimes give up easily if he hasn't had the experience of what it takes and what you need to be able to make things go all the way through. Maybe that's a little reminder for you. But yes, you seem to be very powerful, very strong. Some people, others who are a bit more settled, try not to unsettle them too much. It may get you into some trouble sometimes, as you probably know by now. Thank you for letting me step into your reality and let me read to you. This was very interesting. This definitely could go on for another hour, just going deeper into every detail of the different cards here. You have richness in spirit, very strong richness of spirit, and that's a gift for this world. And thank you for being here. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Leave a comment if you feel like it, and maybe I'll see you next time.